I was saying like, one of the common things that we hear women say is men want a second mom. And I feel like women want a first dad.
First,
Yeah, because a lot of women who
Getting
didn't want
personal.
reality, a lot of men do want to be catered to the way their mom catered to them, but don't want you to be their mom. I don't need you telling me what to do, what not to do, but I do want you to care about me the way my mom cares about me because it's unconditional. But when I say women want a first dad, it's like that's where the princess treatment philosophy come from. I want to be treated in a way that I was never treated before, or consistent with some women who was raised with their dad, and they was kind of led to that standard of operation, and they kind of just wanted to persist, which is okay. I'm not saying women wanting a first dad is an issue. I'm saying that that's just the reality of it. You, a man, want a second mom, but you want a first dad. You want this man to show up in a way that your father did or didn't. And with that being the case, it's like, don't shun him for wanting you to show up as his mom, but you want him to show up as your dad
every time.
And then you want to tell him he's not your dad when he try to show up as your dad. So it's like, that was just a simple thing that I was thinking about, and I wanted to say, it was just consistent to kind of what I was saying earlier. But all in all, man, another thing too, man, I would say, like, we always talk about discernment, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of people discernment ain't strong because their ego is weak. And the reason my discernment is strong because I don't operate out of my ego, right? So God is able to reach me in a discerning way. My gut is able to speak to me because I'm not operating from pride or ego. But because so many people are operating out of pride or ego, they can't discern past what they perceive things to be based on their limited understanding and expectation and view of what they think the outcome should be or would be based on how they see things. And it's all from ego. It's all from validation. It's all from, just a negative perspective of maybe they pain or the things that they endured, and then they wonder why they can't read a person. You can't read a person because you're going into it assuming that they're going to be a fucked up individual. You can't read a person because you're not giving them an opportunity to show you who they are. You're going into it with a preconceived notion, whether good or bad. Maybe you're perceiving them to be your Prince Charming or your fucking your Cinderella, or maybe you're perceiving this person to be your ex. So you can't even discern that it might look similar, but it's completely different based on the fact that these are two completely different people, and you don't have the patience to allow it to play out because your ego needs control. And your pride don't want to get played or hurt. So now you're finding yourself dealing with a repetitive cycle of feeling like everybody's the same, when in reality, you're just viewing everybody the same. So if you can detach from your ego and minimize operating through your pride, unless it's conducive, because sometimes it pays to be proud, then you allow your discernment to do the work that it's supposed to do, which is speak to you and tell you, okay, this might look the same, but it's not the same. But we'll pick this up in another conversation, because it's funny, because there was one more thing that I even wanted to talk about. But you said what? I can't? Fuck you. Oh, I mean, you got Rick. So we has time, Bart. I told you we're gonna give y'all something short to the point. Let's do this. Oh yeah, that's what I was really gonna say. It's another thing why I did discernment too. I'll end it here because the other topic I take another place. Even going back to the discernment, a lot of people, y'all can't discern when y'all have a good person because y'all think y'all the prize in every situation. And that's like what's fucking y'all up. Like, y'all think that everybody is supposed to treat y'all on this pedestal while y'all get to treat them like shit. And you can't discern, or even if you're not even treating them like shit, you just think that because you might have some amazing qualities about you, that only your qualities are valuable. And you could be fucking up with a lot of valuable people just simply because you think that you're this ain't even just in relationships. You think you the prize. So you think because you the prize, they should value your access. They should value your communication. They should value everything that's coming from your end with no reciprocity to what this person brings to the table as well. And then you wonder why you keep running into fucked up individuals, because every time you get with somebody that could be good, you overlook how good they are because you think that you're the prize. And that don't mean you're not a great person. That don't mean you're not a catch. That don't mean you're not a prize. It just means you're not the only prize. You're not the only person that has value. And if you understand that and you can discern, like, these situations could be beneficial, whether it's in dating, whether it's in business, or whatever the case may be, because this person also is a prize in their own regard. Like, a World Cup is different than a motherfucking Lombardi. A Lombardi is different than an O'Brien trophy, but they all are trophies. They all are prizes, and people work hard to get them. And if you look at it like that, understand that people work hard to become who they are and have what they have, you can value their prize. Even if it's not a prize to you, it could still be a prize for you or for the people, that's involved, or whatever the case may be. So, I'm perfectly fine with landing there. King
of analogies.
Yeah. So, but I'm perfectly fine with landing